Is it somebody right on my core? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Now, yes, of course, I dressed on theme for the anniversary, and I was up and early, Adam, at 9:30ish a.m. this morning on Hulu watching the 20th anniversary. And yes, she likes it to be called the anniversary and not the Hannah anniversary, but I digress. It was really beautiful. It was amazing to go down this nostalgic train with Miley, but also it was like the merging of Miley and Hannah Montana coming together, because back when Hannah Montana first came out, and she had even said that this was like a journey of just seeing how all of us, the fans and Miley, has grown in 2 decades. Because at first she saw Hannah and Miley as 2 different people. She wanted to escape the Disney image. She came in like a wrecking ball, changed up her whole image, and now we got this new and improved version of Miley and Hannah combined together. And she said yes, she for real legitimately had dyed her hair blonde to embrace Hannah. Yes, I for real got bangs to become Hannah Montana, but as Miley Cyrus. So this was like coming, the way I see it, it's like Miley tending to her inner child, including the ending song that she did, where she said it was going to be a special song to us fans, but I feel like it was also a special song to her as well, because she said, this is younger you. And me being esoteric, I saw that as her inner child, aka Hannah Montana. She auditioned for this role when she was 13 years old. Was that the age? 12. She was 12 years old when she had auditioned for Hannah Montana. So because of that, we see that that the inner child, the younger version of herself, and even Billy Ray Cyrus himself said it. He never saw Miley and Hannah as 2 different people. To him, Miley was always Hannah Montana, because that's how he saw her. And that's the vision, the dream, the potential he saw in Miley. So to see her fulfill that, to see her finally become that Hannah Montana, was beautiful for the both of them in that experience. And even her mother, yes, she brought on her mother, and she even talked about how at this was the point she really didn't even want to be Hannah Montana. She had her own little life, dreaming about boys, trying to get a boyfriend, doing this and that. And the school had her best friend. She didn't want to leave. So because of that, she was like, I really wasn't trying to be Hannah, but I'm on the cheer team. I got all these skills. Why not? I can be Hannah. So she had that kind of confidence that clicked for the producers, and are just like, I like that. That's our Hannah. And because of that, Miley Cyrus says that she feels and knows that she has this unique experience when it comes to becoming a celebrity, and how she has became a star. Basically, she knows that while maybe there are other children or child stars out there, nobody has the Hannah experience. So because of that, it's both isolating, but also it's something that she takes pride in, because she realizes that she has made so many trailblazing moments for people. Like Chappelle Larone said, you walked so I could run. And because of that, all right, sorry about that, guys. But no, it was nice to see Hannah even do an interview with Alex Cooper, and she was going through the years of Miley, what it was like going back, what it was, even though it was like sprinkled throughout, it was a really good special. An hour was a good juicy hour. But in that, there was even a guest star where Gary, like the guy, like the head of Disney or whoever was the runner for the project. He even told the story of how he came to pick Miley, and then some other guest stars, which I was surprised about. Like I said, Chappelle Larone, Billy Ray Cyrus, Dolly Parton, Molly's Dolly, yeah, and Miley's mother was also there. So there was a whole lot of people that were on this show, and it was really amazing. It was really beautiful. Oh, and I love the fact that Miley had a really sentimental sit down talk with her father, talking about how us as the fans love the chemistry between her and her father on and off screen. So because of that, when they're in good standing, then us fans are always happy, or like we're more happy. Not that we're not happy for Miley when she's not on good terms with her father, but when she's on good terms with her father, it just makes it all feel good, and it makes everything feel home, lovey, and cozy. So because of that, she was glad that her father was willing to partake on this project, even though they might have not been on good terms prior to this. And let's just talk about the amazing power of Miley Cyrus, period, before I get back to Billy Ray. She said that the anniversary, it wasn't even in the works. She literally manifested that. She said, I talked about the anniversary. I teased it until it came into fruition. My team started calling me up saying, what is this anniversary? Because you're not actually doing a anniversary. So what is this that you're talking about? And she's like, well, God, you asked. Let me tell you what I have in mind. So because of that, that's how it all came to be. So, and she learned that from Dolly Parton, to go out there and get what you want, and to say that you already have it before you have it, as a way to claim it as an affirmation. So clock that. You saw Miley literally work magic right before our eyes, but we all can simply do that as well, as if we truly believe it and truly want it. And I'm glad that also, before I get back to Billy Ray, Selena Gomez, that was another one to talk about Michaela and their rivalry, but also what it was like to get to know somebody in the industry for 20 years, and that they also have both grown up as well. It's like insane. But back to Billy Ray, speaking of that, they did a very emotional recapping of the scene where we're going to say the younger Miley, the one that's not Hannah, was looking over the pictures and reminiscing a very true story that Miley said that she has experienced, of missing her friends and like missing her old life, or in that like disconnected feeling, isolated. So she really had a recapping of that episode with her father doing that scene. And it was really beautiful to say, keep encouraged, keep your head up, because I really felt like it was something that they both needed to talk about again and revisit. Like I said, this was like a very healing coming together. Miley said it, a merging of her and Hannah. But something that I also liked about this is that he also said that they both agreed that this show was art imitating life and life imitating art. So it was like hard to distinguish the show from Hannah or like Miley, and like to see the success. They knew it was successful, but they didn't really care. It was almost like before reality TV shows were like truly a hit thing. Hannah was like almost that reality TV. It was like a making of her life. It's actually kind of weird when you really think about it in that concept. You were just like, yes, we were really watching Miley become Hannah. And now that Miley 20 years later has that foresight after going through changes and phases in life happening, and now that she's in her early 30s and she's like looking back on her life and reflecting, during those reflective periods, usually when Saturn returns. But when you go through those periods, that's when you're like usually reflective and looking back at your achievements and what longevity you want to do going forward. Like Miley says, looking back at 20 years, what I have accomplished, thinking what I can do 20 years in the future and where I will be. I'm going to be another completely different Miley than I was 20 years ago. So because of that, she's like looking at how her life is evolving, and now that she's more cognizant of it, we could say, moving forward when prepping for her next 20 years. That's why she had to do this as a form of just it was just to come. It's like nostalgia. It's just that kind of emotional release that you get when you go through nostalgia, but also nostalgia when you're working through. It's so spiritual. I'm trying to like not talk about the spiritual aspect while also trying to hint at it, but it's with that sense of when you like do that like inner work, that shadow work, that child work, where you start loving and caring on yourself and you really start having some self-love and self-worth for yourself, and you're able to see your achievements and your accomplishments, and you're able to look at it with grace and gratitude, and able to cry happy tears of joy, being able to take it with appreciation and humility and all of those things, instead of looking at the hardships, how hard it was, looking at it rebellious, wishing you never went down that path. Why me? So it's like seeing things from a different light and perspective is like that growing and evolution of mind and evolving. And that's exactly what Miley wants to keep doing within her life. So that's all I wanted to say. And that's what exactly this anniversary was. And that's how I, as a esoteric station, we are over here, interpret it outside of all the glitz, the glams, and the beauty of it. That's the sentiment I really heard Miley was trying to get to us through the anniversary. So with that being said, we are seeing a new Miley literally evolve and transform before our face, and this was just the marking of that. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed my recap on this. I'm very glad that this happened, and I'm glad I got to watch it as well. And with that being said, leave your comments down below. How did you feel? Did you watch it? Do you want to watch it after hearing my sentiments? And if you watched it, did I change your perspective? Did you get a little bit of insight, or did it inspire you to watch it if you haven't? Hey, let me know all that down below in the comments. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It would really mean a lot to the channel. We would really appreciate it. Please and thank you. Leave your comments down below and give this video a thumbs up. And hey, share this video with anybody that's into Hannah Montana. Let's get this video out there in the algorithm. And with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. You know what I say before that? Hype, 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 subscribe to us. Hey, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Sunflowers.